me is Zaria, and today I got a really big video plan. So, don't ignore what's happening in the background. I know it's going to be really, really, really good. So, before we start, I got a question for you, and I want to know if you know this right away. So, if you were in the 2003 and 2004, there might be a good chance that you might remember this.
When you come to Nick Jr., come to play along. Sing along, dance along, laugh along, play along, sing along, dance along, laugh along.
Play along with Dora and play along with Blue. Little Will and Oswald are rubber dubbers too. Dance and laugh and laugh, sing a singing song. It's not just for watching Nick Jr. play along.
Sing along, dance along, laugh along, play along, draw along, shout along. Yeah! Stand right up and shout the words, and you won't get it wrong. It's not just for watching Nick Jr. play along. Nick Jr. is where I play along.
That was, in fact, the Nick Jr. intro from 2003 to 2004. And would you believe it or not, this year celebrates 22 years of the Nick Jr. play-along. So I thought it'd be really cool to talk about it and have some fun with it too. But however, I am not doing this alone. I am welcoming my good friend, Alison Clark.
Hey!
Hey, Alison, how you doing?
Good, long time no talk.
So, now, before we get this started, I want to ask you, what was it like watching Nick Jr. play along from 2003 to 2004?
Oh man, I have fond memories of when that was airing. Yes, it started when I was about 6 years old in 2003, and then it ended the year after in 2004 when I was 7.
Oh, really? So you definitely have lots of good memories watching Nick Jr. play along, because truth be told, I was born in 2004 and I had no idea it actually happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was born in 1996, and because I'm a 90s baby, so yeah, I know it really well.
Okay, so when you were watching Nick Jr. Alison, are you there?
Say that again?
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Okay, so when you were watching Nick Jr. from 2003 to 2004, what do you remember? Like what were you what was your favorite part about watching Nick Jr. play along?
Oh, my favorite part was the would have to be the segments when they were doing like with the Alphabet Garden with Jemiah Nash.
Oh, I knew you were gonna point that out.
Yeah.
And funny enough, we are going to be doing something with that. And I'm going to introduce you to it first, which is something called the Nick Jr. Flashback.
Yes.
So how this is going to work is that we're going to be watching like old Nick Jr. play-along clips.
Mm-hmm.
And these clips are found some of my favorites. Now, aside from watching the Alphabet Garden with Jemiah Nash, do you remember watching anything else from the Nick Jr. play-alongs?
Yeah, I remember the face promos. Rest in peace to the great Bobby Floyd.
Yes, rest in peace to him.
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, Bobby Floyd passed away in 2013.
Yeah, rest in peace to him.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else you remember watching from that?
Oh yeah, I remember when Bob the Builder was on, Dora the Explorer, Blue's Clues. So this was way before the Backyardigans. It was only 1 year before the Backyardigans.
Oh, that must be really good. I mean, imagine if the Backyardigans was on Nick Jr. Play Along. Imagine if it was.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a lot of fun. Yeah, because Jemiah Nash was on Nick Jr. Play Along, and then remember that the Backyardigans came like right after.
Yeah. So I would definitely say my favorite Nick Jr. Play Along segments that they did was also the Alphabet Garden, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one that I have right here that we're going to be watching for the next year flashback.
Yeah.
But there is something else I do want to ask you. Because as we all know, the next year Playland's hosts were Robin and Zack, right?
That's right. And for those of you who may or may not know, and since I got the chance to have them on my podcast.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I'll leave the link down below because I actually have a playlist of their interviews. And funny enough, my interview is going to be on the playlist too.
That's right.
So this is going to be really cool. And also, I want to ask you a little bit of a question. So when Nick Your Plan definitely has a lot of songs too with the Feet Beats. Do you remember them?
Of course I do, and I still remember their names to this day. Smelly, Tube, Lefty, and Pinky.
Yeah, and Pinky is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. And and they were and the Feet Beats were puppeteered by Joey Mazzarino and Heather what's her last name? Heather ARCSH, I think her name is.
Yeah.
So anyway, so those were the two puppeteers, and they've done lots of puppeteer work over the years.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Now before we do a special thing, I played the Nick Jr. intro before you came on. So would you like to watch it with me this time?
Of course.
All right, here we go.
When you come to Nick Jr., come to play along. Sing along, dance along, laugh along, play along, sing along, dance along, laugh along.
Play along with Dora and play along with Blue. Little Will and Oswald are rubber dubbers too. Dance and laugh and laugh, sing a singing song. It's not just for watching, Nick Jr. play along.
Sing along, dance along, laugh along, play along, draw along, shout along. Stand right up and shout the words, and you won't get it wrong. It's not just for watching Nick Jr. play along. Nick Jr. is where I play along.
Man, it felt so good seeing that.
Yeah, now that is what I call a very good intro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who doesn't watch that intro?
That's right. It takes me way back to my elementary school years.
So, it was in elementary school when you were watching it?
Yes, I was. Yeah, my elementary school years were from 2001 to 2007.
Yeah. Now this intro was in 2003. However, in the 2004 intro, Robin, Zack, and the Feet Beats were not in there.
That's right. Yeah, I think so I think what they did was they wanted to make it shorter or something, so so I think they must have edited stuff out.
Yeah, and what's weirder is that they did put the kids in there, but during the end they did not add the kids in there.
That's right.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know. I have no idea why they did that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do want to talk more about this play along thing because when this play along thing happened, I want to talk about how I came along with this thing. So I was watching Nick Jr. intros, and I saw this intro. I was like, this seems a lot interesting. So I clicked on it, and they did really good, interesting things on there. And I saw that I thought it was just an intro, but I realized they did more than that. They did so many good segments, but I do love this, and I'm sure you remember this too. But when Robin and Zack were in this, they did pretty good things. I did remember the first one I saw was when I did hold on. I did remember I was watching. Oh, I did remember it was Jemiah Nash and Robin when they did. I can't remember what letter it was, but it was. It's. I think it was.
Yeah, she had to do a rap about the letter D and the letter B.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yes, that's it. Okay, the letter D rap. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and funny enough, I have a clip with Zack and Lily too, but we'll watch that soon. But Alison, what rap of Lily's do you like the best?
I would say the one about the letter D.
Oh yes, the letter D. I did love it, and there were, and funny enough, there were in the 2004. I'm guessing. It was just Lily. Like when Robin and Zack were there, they just cut to Lily, just right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, they actually did like a coming up next for Lily, which is this clip right here.
Hi, I'm Lily. You can sing and dance to me. Next on the Junior. Right after this.
That voice, come on, that voice.
Yeah, and you know that if they had cast me as the singing voice of Uniqua for the Backyardigans, I know that LaShawn Jeffries, who did the talking voice, I think she would be very, very happy because I think she and I would get along really well.
Yeah, I think she would be proud of her.
Yeah, and proud of me too.
Yeah, all the way, definitely all the way.
Yeah, because out of everybody being Backyardigans fans, I happen to be the biggest one of all.
That's right!
That's right!
Okay, so there is another clip I want to show you, which is this one right here, which I think is the best one.
Hey, play-alongers, are you ready for some stop and go dancing?
Awesome. Okay, here's how we're gonna play. There's Zack. He's got a ball. When he throws that ball up in the air, we dance like this. And when he catches it, we stop.
Oh, that's good. Oh, dudes, I think he's about to throw it again. Let's get ready to dance. Dance. Are you dancing? Stop dancing. More dancing.
Are you dancing?
Stop dancing.
Hey, Feet Beats. Are you dancing each time I throw this ball in the air?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a cool game. Can I play?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Join in.
dude. All right, here we go. Dance. Stop dancing. Dance.
Dance like crazy.
That dude. Don't forget to catch that ball. Got it. Stop dancing.
Great dancing. There's more Nick Jr. coming up.
I will say that is really funny. Those beats doing those dancing.
That's right.
So again, those feed beats are really funny, and they were puppeteered by Joey and Heather.
Yeah.
And not to mention it, but there is another interview that we're going to be doing soon, and I'm going to be playing probably a clip where Robin and Tubes were doing this painting thing, and Tubes was like in the paint, just smearing and painting all over the canvas.
Exactly.
You remember that, right?
Yep.
It was super duper funny. So we're also going to be still doing something pretty special, but we're actually going to be taking like a little break. So we'll be right back. Travis, it's so good to see you.
Oh my, look at you two.
Yeah, so you already met Alison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, this is your first time meeting me in person, so it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you. Wow, you're like this big when I saw you last.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Travis, who plays Zack in Nick Jr. Play Along.
Yeah.
So Travis, so we
Mm.
love your work. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we want to ask you, what was it like working at Nick Jr. Play Along?
It was exciting. It was kind of an interesting little place, if you remember, like down on the West Side Highway, where it was like, oh, what's going on here? That little parking lot outside. And then we went in, and it was like this magical little world with the green screen. And my eyebrows were like so light that they had to dye them because they would key out. I don't know if you ever saw that. They would show us what the playback was, and I would just have these clouds for eyebrows. But yeah, it was fun. It was really kind of intense because they kept like changing the lines as we would walk the set. I don't know if you experienced that, but they're like, oh, actually it's this as we're walking to the set. And it was like one take. So you always had they always start you separately on a plate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause she was like this big is why. This big.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you love doing Nick Jr.'s play alongs, but you also do like some interesting good characters too, which reminds me of a segment we're doing right now, which is called a Nick Jr. Flashback.
Woo!
So how
You
this
made
is gonna work is that we have some videos of Nick Jr. play along segments, and we're going to react to them, and after that, you want to tell us what was it like filming those segments, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hit me.
All right. So this first one, do you remember this one?
Hey, play-alongers, I'm Robin, and it's time for Silly Yoga! It's Silly Yoga! And now, here to teach you the secrets of Silly Yoga is Master Zack!
Greetings and salutations, play-alongers. It is I, Yoga Master Zack, and I will show you several silly yoga positions. Join us, won't you? Our first position is called Crooked Street Lamp.
Oh, this is great! Watch Master Zack closely.
Here we go. You breathe in, and crooked. All right, now you try it with me. Breathe in, and crooked.
Are you being a crooked street lamp?
Excellent. One more time. Breathe in, and crooked.
Make sure your knees are bent.
Very good. And release. Our next position is called Mushy Tomato, and it looks like this. Breathe in, and mushy, 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 mushy.
Oh boy.
Try it with me. Breathe in, and
Mushy, 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 mushy. Are your arms round like a tomato?
one more time. Breathe in, and
Mushy, 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 mushy.
Yeah.
and release. Our next position is called Surprise Teapot.
Oh, this is
and it
my
looks
favorite one.
like
This is my favorite one.
Breathe in, and handle, spout. Oh! Let's try it together. Breathe in, and handle,
man.
spout. Oh! Now, it's not silly teapot, but surprise teapot. Oh!
Are you being surprised?
One more time. Breathe in, handle, spout, and shake it off. Master Zack is very proud of you, and your bodies are now a temple of harmony.
I think Master Zack means you were great at doing all those poses.
Excuse me.
What pose is that, Master Zack?
Oh, that is the I'm getting ready to take a nap pose.
No,
I haven't seen
so
that
good.
like 20 years. Wow.
Yeah, 22 years because Nick Jr. Play Along just celebrated 22 years.
Oh, that's the same. That's about the same amount of time I've been married. I think I got married right before we did this, and then I had actually left New York and had to come back to do this for like 3 months. And 22 years. That's a long time.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
Okay, so that silly yoga segment, it gets me every single time, especially the surprise teapot.
Oh. It's when I look at it, I'm like, oh, the one time I didn't have to wear shorts, so that was very exciting to not wear. We were in yoga pants, like we had the same outfit on all the time, except for there. I get like a sweatshirt for Coach Zack, but that was at one time it was freezing in the studio because I sweat. So it was ice cold, and my legs were always cold, and so I got to wear pants, and that's behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah. So Alison, I want to. You did this with Travis, and I love how you guys were talking about all those memories you did with next year play-alongs, and you recently talked about, which brings us to our next year flashback.
You made this graphic and everything. Look at you.
I know. So this next year flashback reveals a very special friend of ours. But do you remember this girl?
Hi, I'm Lily.
Somewhat familiar. Can't think. It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, me too. Jemiah Nash.
How were you? How old were they? You?
Oh, well, you know that since I was 6 years old when Nick Jr. Play-Along had started, and then in 2004, I was only 7 years old when it ended.
Wow.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I was born in 2004, so I had no idea about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Alison, are you in a racquetball court?
No. This is just a temporary apartment that I'm living in.
Okay, great.
Okay, so moving on to the flashback clip, which is this clip right here.
Hey, Longers, it's me, Zack. I lost my Z-ball. Maybe it's somewhere in the Nick Jr. alphabet garden. Oh, I know. I'll ask Lily to help me find it. Lily!
Hey, Zack, found your Z-ball.
Aww, adorable.
I got my Z-ball back.
Want to do the letter Z rap? Let's do it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Z is one of my favorite letters. It's time for you to get to know it better. Check it out. First you take a Z and add an Ibra. What do you get? You get a zebra. And let me hear you say zebra.
Zebra. Ah, it's too fast.
You did okay.
What do you get?
Zipper.
And let me hear you say zipper.
Zipper.
And add zucchini. What do you get?
Zucchini.
Let me hear you say zucchini.
Zucchini.
Ah, I missed it again.
Z all over your town. Now it's time for a nonsense breakdown. Z-I-zo, ziggity-zizzle. Z-I-zo, ziggity-zazzle. Now you know the letter Z, Dilly. That is this rap from MC Lily. Peace.
Thanks, Lily. Wow, Z's such a great letter. My name starts with Z. Z, Zack. Ziggity Zack. Z, 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 zo, ziggity Zack.
That one was obviously a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Travis, what was it like doing that segment with Jemiah Nash?
She was super sweet, and she had like her mom and dad were there, and they were super grounded, and they were just like, hey, we're just thankful to be here. We have no expectations, which was like the right idea to have. I was sort of like, it's gonna launch into the stratosphere. So like they had their head on straight, and they were really, really nice. She was very humble, I remember.
Yeah. By the way, I love how with Lily's size, it was an exercise ball with a Z taped on it.
Yeah. They had all these like giant props and tiny props, and it was really kind of fun to see it. Like how they did that magic. There was no at that time there was no CGI available really. So
Yeah. Yeah, and also, Travis, I know that you still have the shirt that you wore from the show.
One more time there in the racquetball court. What?
Yeah, so I know that you still have your shirt that you wore from the show.
Oh yeah, it's in the closet, but it doesn't have a collar, and I didn't want to wear it. I was feeling like I should be at a collar stage in my life, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I,
And by the way, the costume, I want to ask about that. What was
Yeah.
the process like?
the what was the costume like?
Yeah.
It was, what's interesting about like when you do movies is like we just try to have this illusion that that's how somebody looks like every day. But the truth is, like, you have makeup on. They put, like, if you look at my hair, you can see my eyebrows are very light. My hair is much lighter. They had to make it darker. So every day I got to get dressed up like that. But then the outfit, they had Sherry, her name was. I remember she had red curly hair. She was always steaming me, and they had to have like 4 shirts because, like I said, I'd be moving around and I'd like start sweating because it was a thick material, so it would hang a certain way. And it was warm. They tried to make me sweat. Is basically the short answer to that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we all know what that looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's time we do another Nick Jr. flashback.
Flashback!
Okay, so before we do this, I want to ask you: Do you remember at some point some crazy concept that you had to dress up as a fruit?
Oh yeah, that's still out there, and that's like my students' favorite, hands down. Yeah.
Which is this exactly.
Hey there! Smelly's gonna sing a song with some holes in it. We need you to fill them in. So what are we filling the holes in with today, Zack? Banana! Great! So when you see Zack, sing banana! Okay, Smelly, play the blues.
I love it.
I woke up this morning. Was a beautiful day. But then without warning, things got really strange because the rug on my floor was a
banana!
And so was my new hat. I brushed my teeth with a banana! What do you think of that? I rode to school in a banana! And when I got to class, my teacher looked like a banana! Man, my head was spinning fast. In gym, we played basketball with a banana! In art class, I painted with a banana! At the library, I read a banana! And when I went to the doctor, she put a banana in my ear! I got the blues! I got the banana! Blues! Yeah!
Great singing!
Yeah! Boy, I'm suddenly very hungry for a banana!
Hey, don't look at me. I got a split.
Come back here, you!
That wasn't the funniest one yet.
It's the best one. It didn't work as well for strawberry and mustard, but banana was kind of like the hit. I'd also like to say that was before Minions. Yeah, so I think I should get credit for banana. For the Minions, but
Yeah, imagine you and me is yelling banana.
they just want to send the royalties over to my agent. I'd be happy to have them.
Okay, now Alison, you were laughing. I know that's gonna be the funniest one, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time that we do another Nick Jr. flashback. Okay, so this one is gonna be one with your good friends, the Feet Beats.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Playalong, are you ready for some stop and go dancing?
Awesome. Okay, here's how we're gonna play. There's Zack. He's got a ball. When he throws that ball up in the air, we dance. Like this. And when he catches it, we stop.
Oh, dude, I think he's about to throw
How do we
it
do?
again.
I think Jeremy was standing on a. He was standing on a ladder or something. I think.
Stop dancing.
I'm trying to remember how we did this.
More dancing.
Are you dancing?
Are you dancing each time I throw this ball in the air?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a cool game. Can I play?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes. All right, here we go. Dance. Stop dancing. Dance.
You'll notice it's actually not going straight up.
Zack, dude, don't forget to catch that ball. Stop dancing.
Great dancing! There's more Nick Jr. coming up!
Yeah. Cut, and then Sherry ran over and like started to like fan me so I wouldn't sweat for another take.
So you did. So you did say while we're watching this that someone was on a ladder catching the ball.
I think so. That's the only way I think it would technically work. Otherwise, it wasn't that high and I wasn't that accurate. So it had to be Jeremy. What was Jeremy's last name? Proudgarden, bald-headed guy, good friend of the director, Jonathan Judge, up on a ladder, dropping a ball for me. So it took a lot of takes. You'd be surprised at like how many ways you can drop a ball like with the wrong timing or at the wrong angle. So that one took a while to do, I think.
Yeah. So I think it's time that we do another Nick Jr. flashback. Okay, so I talked to Alison about this earlier, and it's about when you guys did the Nick Jr. intro.
Mm-hmm.
And Alison, you told him already that when the 2004 one came out, Zack and Robin were in it.
Yeah, they were only in the 2003 intro. They were not in the 2004 one.
Yeah, and you know what? I can prove it. Check this out.
When you come to Nick Jr., come to play along. Sing along. Dance along.
Dance along.
Play
There
along.
we are.
Sing along. Dance along. Laugh along.
Play along with Dora and play along with Blue. Play and Oswald or other dubbers too. Dance and laugh and laugh. Sing a singing song. It's not just for watching. Nick Jr. play along.
Play along.
Sing along. Dance along. Laugh along. Play along. Draw along. Shout along.
Stand right up and shout the words, then you won't get it wrong. It's not just for watching. Nick Jr. play along. Nick Jr. is where I play along.
Oh. Was that Joe in that, or was that?
Yeah, that was Joe.
Kid?
That was Joe.
Oh yeah. He came. He would be around set too. It's good to see him.
Wait, Joe was in the set?
Yeah, Joe would come by. I mean, it was Nickelodeon was kind of like a tight little group of people. So everybody who was working on something like would come by and check in on it. Like I think, was it All That or You Pick was the other one that was happening. I don't know if that was for the older kids. You Pick, look that one up. But that was Jonathan, who was the director, was also directing a bunch of other stuff at the time. So Joe would come by, and Jonathan would sometimes direct episodes of Blue's Clues, and so. I think that's when Blues. What was the one where like Blue could talk suddenly?
Blues Room.
What was it called?
Blues Room.
Okay, yeah. That was just starting to happen when we were doing this, I think.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Now I get why it happened.
Yeah. And then Moosey Moose came after us. We got replaced by a cartoon moose. Who knew?
Yeah, but don't forget Piper Opossum.
Piper Opossum, wow. I remember. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Little Bill nowadays for obvious reasons. But I used to love that show.
Yeah. Okay, so Travis, it's so good having you here. In fact, I think it's time we do one more Nick Jr. flashback.
Here's to you, flashback.
Here we go. This needs no introduction.
Hey, Robin, remember that time when we played all those games, we had all that fun, and the play-alongers, they helped us figure stuff out, and we sang songs, and we danced.
Wow.
Dad, that was today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then that must mean it's time for the thank you song.
It is.
All right. Hit it, Beat Beats.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
for playing along. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, Merci beaucoup. No matter how you say it, it still means thanks to you. So thank you, we sincerely thank you.
Thank you.
Remember, you can play along with us all day at nickjr.com.
Yeah, see you there.
Now let's get back to more Nick Jr.
More Nick Jr. Yippee!
Yeah. Now
Did you
that
guys
is
ever? That was like when the internet, believe this or not, the internet was just starting to happen. I mean, it had been around, but like people were still using like AOL and Netscape Navigator, but they had a whole website where you could go on there and they had all the games and stuff. I don't know if you ever saw that.
yeah.
I think I have screenshots of that somewhere. I got to look for those. That'll be a while to find them. But yeah, I thought that was kind of neat.
Well,
For those
Travis,
of you who don't, well, hold on. For those of you who don't know, that square shape is what TV used to be in a long time ago, and it had lines when things wouldn't line up. And like you look at that, and then you go back to the HD that we have everything now, and you're like, how do we live like such savages?
yeah. So, well, Travis, thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining with us today. It's for celebrating Nick Jr.'s 22nd anniversary.
Oh, thanks guys for keeping the flame going here, keeping it alive. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Well, it's time to say goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.